The conductor. They often call setters the invisible hands of volleyball, right? Well, Alessia Orro was anything but invisible in this tournament. Whew, she demanded the spotlight. Throughout the championship, she was the one setting Italy's perfect rhythm. Just think about the final match. One moment she was feeding Danesi for a block, the next she was setting up Scylla's power and then unleashing Eganu's spike. She was like a conductor leading an orchestra. That calm leadership and tactical brilliance didn't just earn her the Best Setter award, it won her the title of MVP, the most valuable player of the tournament. Want to talk numbers? She delivered 143 successful sets, the highest of any player there. That stat alone shows you her decisive impact on Italy's path to the title. But her job didn't stop at setting. Orro was also a phenomenal defender, coming up with crucial digs that kept the rallies alive. After it was all over, she returned to her homeland of Sardinia to celebrate with her family and community, and proudly raised the Sardinian flag during the medal ceremony. Dream team. So, if you had to build a perfect team from this World Championship, who would make the cut? Well, the official Dream Team was basically a list of legends. Let's break it down. Of course, you had Alessia Orro as both MVP and Best Setter. The best opposite? No surprise there, Melissa Vargas. For the best outside hitters, they gave the honor to Gabby Guimaraes and Mayu Ishikawa. And holding down the middle, the two titans, Erdem and Anna Danesi. Rounding it all out, the one and only Monica Di Gennaro was named Best Libero once again. This wasn't just a list of all-stars. These players were the aura of the tournament. But here's what made this lineup truly special. Two veterans, both 38 years old. Erdem and Monica Di Gennaro proved that experience can still dominate at the highest level. But was everyone happy with this list? Not exactly. Fans immediately pointed out some big names who were left out, like Miriam Silla and the block machine Julia Kudies. That debate just proves how insanely deep the talent pool was in this tournament. Rising stars. It's not always about who ends up on the podium. Sometimes the real story is about the teams that put the giants on notice. These are the rising stars who sent a clear warning shot to the rest of the world. First up, Sweden. For the first time ever, they made it to this level, and they weren't just there to participate. Leading the charge was the one and only Isabel Haak, who was an absolute force in the pool stage. Get this, 95 points, with 85 of those coming from spikes. Then there was France, led by their captain Helena Cazotte, who put on a show. She wasn't just one of the top scorers, she also led every single player in the tournament in successful receptions. And you have to talk about Slovenia. In their World Championship debut, they immediately made an impact, even reaching the knockout stage for the first time. Keep an eye on them. These teams might not have won a medal this time, but they proved they're coming for the throne. Thailand's tournament's aura isn't just about the players. Sometimes it comes from the crowd. And in 2025, the fans in Thailand absolutely stole the show. This was the first time the championship was held in Southeast Asia, and you could feel the energy through the screen. Every single venue from Bangkok to Phuket was packed with the most passionate fans you've ever seen. And this wasn't just loud cheering. We're talking coordinated chants, incredible choreography, and non-stop enthusiasm that turned every match into a festival. The players loved it, the media couldn't stop talking about it. But what really set them apart was the personal touch. After the matches, fans would wait to give gifts to the international players. These heartwarming moments showed a special connection you don't see everywhere. Bottom line, Thailand didn't just host a tournament. They created an unforgettable celebration of volleyball. The global stage. The biggest moments in a championship don't just happen on the court anymore. They explode online. And in 2025, women's volleyball absolutely took over the internet. The tournament wasn't just a success inside the arenas in Thailand. It was a viral sensation worldwide. Think about this. The highlight videos for the three biggest matches the Turkey-Japan semi, the Italy-Brazil semi, and the epic Italy-Turkey final all smashed past 1 million views each online. That level of engagement is huge. It put women's volleyball right at the very top of all women's sports for online attention. These matches weren't just games. They became global talking points, shared and replayed by fans everywhere. This proved the World Championship had reached a massive new audience, far beyond just the hardcore volleyball fans.
Veterans. Experience isn't just a factor in a tournament like this, it can be the deciding one. And at the 2025 World Championship, several veteran players proved that age is no barrier to dominating at the highest level. Let's start with Turkey's captain Erdem. At 38 years old, she once again anchored her team with incredible leadership and steady performances at the net. Her presence as a middle blocker was absolutely key in guiding Turkey to its first ever World Championship final. Then there was Italy's Monica Di Gennaro. Also 38, she showed everyone exactly why she's still considered one of the best liberos in the world. Her ability to read the game, her precise positioning, and her complete calm under pressure made her one of the most reliable players in the entire tournament. And for Di Gennaro, the final also held an incredible personal story. This was her very last match with the national team, and she played it against a team coached by her own husband, Daniele Santarelli. This woman truly gathered all the aura, both at home and on the court. It's no surprise that their inclusion in the Dream Team was celebrated across the volleyball community. Both of these athletes demonstrated the true value of longevity, professionalism, and an unwavering commitment to the sport.
Japan. How do you beat a team that simply refuses to let the ball drop? That was the question every opponent faced when they played Japan. Japan's strategy was all about their highly coordinated defense. They were masters at wearing teams down, dragging out incredibly long rallies, and somehow saving balls that looked completely impossible to reach. One of their most effective skills was turning rebound balls off the block into brand new attacks, a tactic that tired out even the strongest opponents. So what was the difference this year? The arrival of their new head coach, Ferhat Akbaş. Under his influence, Japan looked more disciplined and structured than ever before. He brought a sharper organization and gave every player a clearer role on the court. After the tournament, Akbaş himself summed it up perfectly, saying, "We showed that Japan can fight against the very best. Our defense and spirit kept us alive in every match, and this is just the beginning of what we can achieve together."
Italian coaches. The 2025 World Championship wasn't just defined by the players on the court, it was also shaped by the remarkable influence of the masterminds on the sidelines, the Italian coaches. Just think about their impact. Out of 32 total head coaches in the tournament, a staggering 8 of them were Italian. That number alone shows you the country's deep influence on international volleyball. This influence was on full display in the final, where 2 of them stood face to face. You had Daniele Santarelli leading Turkey and Julio Velasco guiding Italy, turning the championship match itself into a fascinating duel of Italian coaching philosophies. And the list didn't stop there. You had names like Giovanni Guidetti with Canada, Lorenzo Michelli with Sweden, Alessandro Orefice with Slovenia, Nicola Negro with Mexico, Stefano Lavarini with Poland, and Giulio Bragoli with Germany, all leaving their mark on their teams. Italy didn't just win the trophy, they confirmed their coaching school as one of the most influential forces in world volleyball. From tactics to mentality, Italian coaches shaped the aura of the entire competition. Simply put, the Italian coaches gathered the aura.